to put you first. It's okay to think about yourself. It's okay to be selfish. Hi, my loves. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nicole L, and I create content on girl advice, travel, lifestyle, and any type of content to help you level up your life and become your highest version of yourself. So if that sounds like you and you love content like that, make sure you guys subscribe and join the family, and also join our private community. And it's located right down here for the 7-day Becoming Her challenge. Make sure you get inside so that you may meet your new sister, your new tribe, your new friends, and your new circle, because we are surrounding ourselves with women that inspire us and motivate us all 2024. That sounds like you. Make sure you join now, and that'll be linked down below. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to set boundaries and stop people pleasing without feeling guilty. This is a topic that we all need to know, because I think all of us have had that people pleaser side of us. Whether you are a full out blown people pleaser, whether you're someone that cannot say no, or you struggle with all those things, this video is for you. And make sure you guys grab your notebooks, grab your wine, and watch this video to the very end. People pleasers are people that have went through emotional abuse, are scared of saying no, always want to fulfill other people, always use other people to validate themselves. We talk about validation and validating yourself on this channel a lot, because that's where you are going to grow the most. You crave validation. You're scared to say no to people. Overall, you're just too nice. You are too nice. I used to have that problem all the time. I would try to be there for my friends when they called me, rarely say no. I would be scared to say no because I was scared of being a bad person. In reality, I was just not putting myself first. I was craving validation from other people. I was not confident in myself. And I was just scared of the outcome if I did something wrong to hurt a relationship or burn a bridge. If you ever felt like that, make sure you guys leave a comment below and say, girl, I've been there, I've done that, and I am ready to get out of my people pleasing era. If you went through stuff like that and you are always constantly just always saying yes when you want to stay in, you're always spending money, you always are the first to volunteer your services, it's time for you to take your power back and understand that you need to fill your cup first. If your cup is not full, you are going to be burnt out. You're not going to have time for yourself. You're not going to be pouring into yourself. You're not going to be doing things that you want to do. You're always going to be pushing off of important events that you need to do or important things on your checklist, because you are so caught up with someone else and making sure they're okay before you check in with yourself. Start checking in with yourself. When someone asks you out on a date, or your friends may ask you out to go out to eat, check on yourself first before you just instantly say yes. I used to do this all the time and overbook myself. I would immediately say yes, 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 before checking what I needed to do, before checking if I could do it. I would just automatically be so excited to maybe hang out with that person or see that person or just do something. I was not checking in with myself. The first time I realized that I was people pleasing is when my friends, he was good at saying no. Like, he put himself first. If he couldn't go out, he wouldn't go out. If he had a test and he needed to study, he was his main priority. And he was a staple of my life of learning how to say no. Because one thing about me is that I allow people to show me who they are. And most of the time, I let them lead the friendship, because I'm a person that I know I can give so much, but I have to be cautious of not just giving myself automatically and being a people pleaser and being there when people just say, come on, let's go, let's go, let's go. Because I'll be out. I used to be out. I used to be like, y'all want to go to San Diego? I'm like, let's go. Y'all want to go to Puerto Rico? Let's go. You want to go to Europe? Yeah, I'm there. A lot of those decisions, I did not think them through. It was because I was constantly pouring into other people's cup instead of checking in with myself first. So make sure you guys start checking in on yourself before you go saying yes to this person or doing something that really doesn't help you. In 2024, be the person that's always pouring into someone else and always taking, and not giving anything. Those relationships are in the past. So I'm talking about my takers and my manipulators. Your time is over. Your time is over, because we are not people pleasing in 2024. We are setting our boundaries so that people know I'm going to put myself first. And it's okay to put myself first. It's okay to put you first. It's okay to think about yourself. It's okay to be selfish. Most of the people that are manipulated, oh, you can't be selfish. You can't. Yes, you can. This is your time to put yourself first. You have to wake up every single day in your body and walk in your shoes. No one can walk into your shoes. So you need to make sure that you are putting yourself first. You are checking in with you, and that you are not just saying yes to everything and you're afraid of saying no to opportunities and things that do not align with you and don't add value to your life. Every time you allow someone to cross your boundaries, you are teaching them how to treat you. You are giving them the blueprint as to what they can get away with and what they can't. You have to learn to put your boundaries in place and not let things slide. I used to always let things slide and think that maybe that person didn't mean it that way. And they grew to learning that this is how they can treat me. They learned that it was okay to be rude, that it was okay to say what they want and not have consequences. Because you know why? I taught them how to treat me. You have to let people know when people hurt your feelings and when they can or cannot do something to you. Unfortunately, you have to learn and not be a people pleaser and put on your big girl panties and say enough is enough. For an example, people that manipulate people and prey on people pleasers, they'll ask you to do something. They'll say, "Could you really help me out with my homework? You're just so good at it. I just really think that you will be the best person and the best fit for this job." And then the person that is setting their boundaries is basically saying, "Hey, like, I appreciate the opportunity. I love the compliment. But honestly, I cannot do that right now. I have certain things I need to do in my life, and it's just not going to add up." What they'll try to do, people that are trying to manipulate you, they'll try to convince you that you can do that later. Do that later. Just come on. Just come on. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, girl. Let's go out to the restaurant. Let's do this. How you respond back to them. Thank you for the invitation. But unfortunately, I have things that I have to do for myself and I have to put myself first. So I'm going to politely decline this invitation. That is how you set your boundaries. And so that people know that they're not going to get everything they want from you. You have to teach people how to treat you. Everybody knows you got certain friends that you call for certain things, and you got certain friends that you don't. You got certain friends that you talk to about with certain things. You got friends that you don't. You set the blueprint to show people and to teach them how to treat you, and you deserve respect. You deserve love, and you deserve for them to respect your boundaries. You are a human being. You are beautiful, you are kind, you are loving, and you're not in your people pleasing era anymore. So if it doesn't align with your schedule, if it doesn't align with your values, your interests, you have the right to say no. You have the right to let them know that it ain't gonna happen. It's not happening today. It's not happening tomorrow, and you will not manipulate. I just want to give you guys some examples of people pleasing. I know I kind of talked about it earlier in the video, but I want to give you guys some flat out people pleasing. You need to stay home and do your laundry. You need to catch up on some work, and next thing you know, a friend may call and they're like, "Hey, let's go out." You immediately feel bad that this person probably may have no one else to go out with, and you're like, "Okay, I'm going to not do everything that I know I set out to do, and I'm going to put it on the back burner to help someone else, or to just go out with someone else because they just want to go out and have fun and they don't have anyone else to go with." That's another example. The second example is when you really don't want to do something, like deep down. You're like, "I really don't want to go. I really don't want to go. I really don't want to go." You know how I know all of y'all seen those memes and TikToks about when, like, you're just waiting for everybody to cancel. That's a sign of people pleasing. If you don't want to go, it's okay to say, "I don't want to go out tonight." You are not going to be missing out on anything. Remember, everything is for you. It's already meant for you. So you were meant to go out. You were meant to be there. If your heart and your body wants to stay in, that means you're meant to stay in. Start trusting your gut and start trusting your intuition and start trusting yourself and establish your own self-respect. I want you guys to really start establishing your own self-respect. When you respect yourself, you know that, okay, I am not going to put myself in this position for my boundaries to be crossed. You're going to let people know that this is my boundary. Do not cross it. I will give you a warning, but if you cross it again, you will no longer be in my life or you will no longer have access to me. Stop allowing people to have access to you that don't respect you, don't respect your boundaries, don't respect your interests, don't respect your job, don't respect your body, don't respect your choices in life. These people are constantly going to try to cross your boundaries, and it's up to you to let them know that this is a boundary, and if you cross it again, you won't have access to me. Because in 2024, we are no longer people pleasing and we are no longer allowing our boundaries to just be walked on, which is why you have to let people know people cannot read your mind. People cannot read your mind. They can't read your mind. They can't read your mind. They can't read your mind. And it's okay. So you got to let people know, hey, don't do that to me. Hey, this is a boundary of mine. Hey, I'm actually really into this. Don't disrespect it. Because some people may think that you're always all jokes. I get this a lot. Some people think that what I do or I'm into something and may be a joke. That happened to me so many times when I first started my business in 2020. Everybody thought I was joking. And I had to, and I laughed it off because I was people pleasing back then. But now I'm like, no, this is what I'm doing. I love creating YouTube. This is a passion project of mine. I love pouring into others, and you're going to respect it. So if I can't go out because I want to record a video, to need to know that this is important to me and you need to respect it. I never know that if I never told them that this is something important to me. So when someone is crossing your boundaries and they're constantly, it could be either two things. One, they just don't respect you, or two, they don't know that this is a boundary of yours. And if they're a good person, a good friend, family member, or it's a great relationship, they're going to listen to you and apply the corrections. And if they don't, that means that's a sign that they don't need to have access to you. They don't need to be allowed into your energy. Help themselves, because when they're in your circle, they're crossing your boundaries. And for them to understand how they can treat you and how that you want to be treated, you have to let them know, and you have to set the tone, set the boundaries, and be able to walk away. Which is why I want to talk about boundaries in relationships. Boundaries in relationships are it's like a great area, but it's not. I think that in 2024, we have evolved in relationships and more present in setting our boundaries. Like, hey, this is a boundary of mine. This is an example in a relationship, and a guy has a lot of girlfriends, and the girlfriend is like, hey, that's a boundary. If you're going to text your girlfriends, text them, but at a certain time. I will prefer you not texting them at 1 a.m. in the morning or 12 a.m. in the morning. Come on now. I'm a girl's girl. I'm a girl. I'm a girl. We not really texting no guy friends at 12 a.m. unless we like them, or it's something. It's something, or he fills a void for you. Let's just be real. Let's just have a real moment. Okay. Let's get back to this. Another boundary, like in relationships, is when I was just watching Love is Blind. If you guys are watching that, the new season, let me know in the comments. When I believe one of the girls just told the guy, like, hey, I don't want you following certain women, on Instagram. That was her boundary. She was setting the tone of saying, hey, this is uncomfortable for me. I don't like it. I prefer to have all of your attention. And remember, everyone is entitled to their boundaries. Understanding that this is not what I want. That means that they wouldn't be compatible. If that guy, which they weren't, the guy, he definitely kind of froze up. I forgot the guy's name on Love is Blind, but he was like paired with Jess. She had a 10-year-old. So if you watch Love is Blind, you know what I'm talking about. But if you don't, go watch it. She sets her boundaries and lets him know that this is not something that's going to be tolerated from me. And if you cross my boundary, you're going to be done. Next boundary that I want you guys to start setting is setting boundaries with family members. This is going to be the hardest thing you are going to have to do, is when you're setting your with your parents, your aunties, your uncles, your grandparents, and your siblings, your cousins, letting them know that this is who I am and you can no longer treat me this way. If I don't want to be called a certain name, don't call me that name. Respect me and respect me as a person, because you will want the same respect. And family, sometimes they just feel very entitled to their opinion about you. They're like, no, I'm going to say what I want to say, and you're going to listen to it, and you need to respect it one way or another. And it's hard. So you need to set those boundaries with your family members and say it in a graceful way and always a respectful way. I always want to teach you guys on this channel to always be respectful, loving, and kind, especially when you are setting your boundaries. You don't need to be nasty. You don't need to be rude, because it just doesn't come across the best way. And I want you guys to have the best results in your life. I want you guys to stop people pleasing without feeling guilty and set your boundaries all 2024 year long. And I just want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. I love all of you guys so much. We are almost to the road of 1,000 subscribers. So if you're watching this video, like, comment, and subscribe. Enjoy the family. I love you guys so much. And as always, we have the Becoming Her Essentials down below, my Amazon storefront, my group trips that you guys are invited to come with me on, and of course, the Becoming Her bundle. I cannot wait to see you guys in the next video, and I hope you guys are having a great day.